Superintendent report.
So the only thing that I had to report to the board was a request to provide a breakdown of the fees we were collecting and where the fees were going. And so what we've done is we've created a sheet for the board to review based on our grade level centers. So we have our 5 through 8 and we have our K through 4. And so we've taken the position that our textbook fee was about $150 per student. We calculated then by the students that are attending the school. That's assuming we collect all the fees for the textbook fees. We also have it broken down for the technology fee as well as the course fees for music and art, music and science in 4th grade only at K through 4. And so as you can see, these are all the programs that we've purchased with the monies that were either collected or anticipate collecting. And so keep in mind the board invested in the STEM scopes. That's something that they've approved at a prior board meeting. We got the board approval, so we made the purchase. We have our units of study for reading curriculum. We've purchased that in addition to our social thinking curriculum, which, by the way, we're going to be presenting at our November 27th EPIC meeting. Technology fee, we've applied it to our front row, which is a program that we use in all K through 4 classes, and as well as our consumables, our art programs. Keep in mind that though it says deficit to impact district funds, that doesn't mean we're running a deficit. That just means we have to do a better job of assessing our fees when we go to collect our fees in the near future. If you flip it over in the 5 through 8, once again, we've taken the fees that were charged with respect to the number of students, and here's where we've purchased or we've allocated the funds. So one of the things that I believe is going to have a great impact on our reading program is the Achieve 3000, which calibrates students or levels students based on their Lexile scores. We have the Vision Math, we have the digits, once again the STEM scopes, the Naviance, which is a program that the high school uses, program that the high school uses for college and career readiness. So awesome program, helps to get kids to think about what they want to aspire to be. And like I said, we're trying to match everything that the high school is doing stride by stride. And you could just take a look at this from left to right. Again, keep in mind, although it says deficit to impact district funds, the monies are allocated to those funds. But at some point in time, we're going to have to determine if we want to charge a greater fee or reduce in the number of things that we're applying. But that was something that the board requested, and I thought I'd break it down so that you can see the total costs. And that's my report.
Thank you. Any questions?
Yes, one.
Yes.
Is this going to be made available on the website?
If the board believes that I should put it on the website, I'm more than happy to do that.
Anyone be opposed? Please have John Joe post this on the website. Okay. In the past, we had an administrative report from the buildings, and we still haven't seen Giles's. Is it possible to add Giles's report count also to the packet going forward?
Yeah, we're working on that. There's some complexities with our current programming and the way we've actually staffed our classes, and so that's something that we're going to work on to have to the board at the latest date would be January.
Great, thank you. Board committees, board policy and development. We just got the letter and the contract, and hopefully we'll be starting sometime in the first quarter. So we'll be prepared to go over all the board policies and procedures. One of the training courses of the III conference, Dr. Melli, I attended, talked about monitoring district progress through board policies and procedures. So you guys can log into your ISAB member site, and they will eventually post all the slides from all the programs on there, so for you guys to have a chance to look at. Buildings and grounds.
The committee met on November 2nd, or I'm sorry, November 1st, Wednesday, November 1st, and basically we just followed up on a couple of loose ends. The purpose of our meeting was to discuss the non-compliance with the Illinois Department of Public Health, some construction work that we've got going on, the water fountains, and just some security updates. We had a hearing that was scheduled for November 14th. We're waiting on the results of that from the IDPH. Patter is working with our construction manager, Gilbane, on some of the new construction that needs to be completed, which will be completed over our Christmas break. We're working on installing our new water fountains that PTA has graciously purchased. We are going to put 3 here at Lee, and we are going to put 3 over at Giles. And these are the new water fountains that the student can bring a water bottle and fill up, and it's filtered water. We have 2 individuals from the community who are licensed and bonded and are going to be heading up that work over the Christmas break at no charge to us here at the district. So thanks to those 2 individuals. What else? Patter's also working with Tyco and Anderson Lock to secure some of the entries we have in our building, and we have to move some. What do you call those, Dr. O'Malley? The airphone fob, the button where like to access the intercom. So we have to make a couple of changes and move a couple of those over, which Patter should have resolved over the Christmas break. So, Mike, anything else that you can think of?
Just that the part about the IDPH, it's all paperwork that was not processed properly, is what they're holding us accountable for. There's a lapse in time, so it's paperwork.
Any questions for Buildings and Grounds? Thank you. Communications Committee.
Jen and I have added our community members to our team. We're waiting for today's meeting, and we're going to hopefully within the next couple of weeks meet for the first time with our group and just kind of set the expectation, the goals, and just kind of talk over some of the things that we think needs to be communicated to the community. Number one, I think our park scores. What else?
We're also waiting for the slide presentation.
Yes, from Oak Lawn School District.
Yeah, I've received it.
So once we get all of that, and we'll schedule a meeting with our community members and get that rolling. So.
Any questions for communications? Thank you. Finance.
Finance, we met tonight right before the 7 and saw the presentation from Dr. Schilling, as well as from our auditor. You guys saw most of the information, and we'll be posted on the next one.
Thank you. Any questions? Great. Negotiations. Warner and I did meet with the association last week, and one of the things that one of the topics that we talked about was next year, we're in the final year of our collective bargaining agreement, and would like to start negotiations in the summer. And so I've asked them to start to format their team, and I was going to notify our team here today, which is Jennifer and Tim. So to start planning the summer, this will give us a whole year of doing the collective bargaining agreement to make sure that it's give us plenty of time to work out the finer details. Park District.
Park District, moving forward, just so we have it on record, everything it is done deal, currently under contract. The daycare is here. So everything was settled with that, and moving forward, as well as the other committees are doing. The Park District Committee is going to be looking for community members to join the committee and have more input from the community. We're hoping to have that posted to the website sometime near next meeting, December 12th. Hope to have people chosen starting for the 2018 year. And that's going to coincide directly with the Finance Committee, the Communications Committee, Buildings and Grounds. So we will have questions posted up there looking for people to have input with the committee and join us helping out with everything we do.
Thank you. ISAB delegate.
Well, you mentioned that the III conference was there, so I guess you would probably be, you and Dr. O'Malley could maybe briefly touch a little bit more on that, because that's always good. I wasn't able to make it this year, but
So Dr. O'Malley and I were both at the III conference, and on Friday we were all day training on monitoring progress of your district through board policies, and basically that's one of the things that we're getting ahead of, in the sense that we're going to relook at all our board policies to make sure that they're up to date. One of the big things that they kept coming back to people that are attending is mandatory board training. So there's 3 pieces of board training that is mandatory. One is the Open Meetings Act, which I believe all of us have done. The other one is professional development and leadership training. And the other one is Performance Evaluation Reform Act. These are trainings that we're all required to do, so look at your schedule, see if you've done them or not, and let Zero know. We could schedule something for you guys to attend these trainings. Great. Going to new old business. We all received a copy, a red line of the student parent handbook for this year. It's in the Google Drive. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? I'd say I went through it the other day, and
It's good reading.
it's up to date.
All 100 pages.
It's
A lot of reading.
It's up to date. And so it's going to be probably on the agenda for next month, in a sense, for approval. So if anyone has any comments, concerns, just let Dr. Melly know, unless anyone has any comments now.
Yes, I'm pretty.
Great. Moving forward. Any new business? I have one piece of new business. So as I mentioned earlier today, we talked about the vacancy. We posted it on our website, so if anyone is interested, we also did an email blast to everyone that we had on our email list, directing them to our website on the criteria that need to be done for that. So if you know anyone that's willing to serve, please let us know, or let them know to apply. Any other new business? Let's see here. All right, board comments.
I have one. On Friday, November 17th, the board was invited to the 3rd grade writer celebration here at Lee, and I was able to have flexibility in my schedule, and I attended it, and I have to say that I was thoroughly impressed with the level of writing that these 3rd graders put out. They were so excited to read their stories, and the level of detail in the stories and key words. Like if they wrote something like they were going to the beach, their parents told them they were going to the beach, the kid went, yes, and the way he wrote it, he reacted, and just so many different key words. And, I think that, I tried to listen to as many as I could, but it was a full room of very anxious 3rd graders. I did read Caitlin's. I did see Mr. Palazzo's daughter in there, and some other writing. So good job to the 3rd grade teachers on that workshop. So
Great. Any other board comments?